Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about APRN, Blue Apron Holdings, which is a meal delivery service. And before we talk about it, obviously as usual, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice and you should do your own due diligence. Now, let's look at this chart. Last couple of days, I think last week, we are just red days. We're trending down. We had a significant push up since early August. Let's actually measure the move. 163% since pretty much early August. So it's a significant move up. Now what I saw right away when I looked at the chart is this head and shoulders pattern. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and I think that it's gonna make another shoulder, but firstly it needs to come down here. Maybe so this would be a neckline, something like this, a neckline, and then it doesn't have to retrace fully. Then it will start going up, make another shoulder here, and then it might go this way. As you know, head and shoulders pattern is a bearish pattern. So if it comes here down and makes the second shoulder, basically it means that if we don't have any catalysts, it has a higher chance to go down. Obviously, if there's a catalyst, we might not do that, not retrace and go parabolic here. That's a possibility, obviously. But if there is no catalyst, I expect it to retrace and then make this the second shoulder. So it's really, I'm not really decided, so I don't have any position on it. I'm gonna wait if it retraces, and I'm gonna enter here at this range, like from 280 to maybe 320 in this range. So but I don't typically enter when stock is trending down. When it starts to move up, then that's when I'm gonna enter and go in, and I'm gonna basically take the profit at this level, which is 502. Obviously, you should do your own research and risk and reward analysis, right? The volume has been declining, which means that there is currently, at least, there is not that much interest since volume is declining. The MACD is also declining here. We're still above zero line though, but it has decreased or crossed from above to signal line, which is a bearish sign, and it's coming down, which is bearish sign. So technicals currently is not looking very good. Let's actually check the short data. Utilization 100%. We have almost 50% short interest, which is very, very high. So there is a short squeeze potential. Cost to borrow average 31%, very high, and it's been high since July, to be honest. Since July, it's been relatively high. 31% currently average. So from short squeeze perspective, there is a potential, obviously, 50%, very high short interest, utilization 100%, cost to borrow high. So there is definitely a potential to squeeze. Let's actually now check the short exempts. So short exempts for last week, it's been pretty high. So we have here short exempt ratio, which is short exempts divided by that day short volume. So this is the short volume, this column. This is the short exempt, and short exempt ratio is short exempts divided by short volume, right? So for example, September 15th, it was 14%, which is very high. Generally, something above 3-4% is considered high, typically. So Friday was 3%, Thursday 40%, Wednesday 7%. So it's pretty high. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, short exempts being high means that market makers are having a liquidity issues. Typically, they're trying to pin the price down, which I think they are doing pretty well since we're trending down. But they cannot do this forever. And at some point, I think after retracement, we will see a move up, right? And I think that if there is no catalyst, it will move and make this second shoulder. And again, if there's no catalyst, it will then come down. So I'm myself, I'm gonna use this opportunity and I'm gonna enter somewhere here, somewhere in this range. And when it starts up, I'm gonna enter. And then I'm going to take profit at this second shoulder level if there is no catalyst, obviously. Let's actually check now financials. Firstly, let me actually check the options. What's going on there? 62% open interest call options, 37 puts. There is pretty high at 7, 8, 9 level call open interest, but I think that those will expire worthless because currently we're trading at 5, and I don't think that in this week, if we don't have any catalyst, obviously we will reach these high numbers like 10 and 9 and 8. I don't think so. Let's check the financials. Let's check balance sheet. Let's see what we have. Balance sheet quarterly. Last quarter. So we have positive total equity, 52 million, and we have a book value of $1.51 and 51 cents. So this book value is calculated by total equity, this 52 million divided by shares outstanding, and it basically gives us the idea of if the company sells everything it has and pays the liabilities, how much money it will pay to each share, and that's basically 151. Sometimes this is called as true value of a stock, and currently we're trading far above than 151, so we're trading at $5. So in this case, somebody would say that it's overbought, right? But let me actually check also the cash. Cash is decreasing since last year, as we see, but they still have 54 million, so it's a good sign. They still have cash, but it's decreasing. That's a little bit alarming. Income statement. Let's see net income. So net income has been negative since 2020 Q4, and this is actually a little bit alarming because the company is losing money for 2 years, I think now. Maybe before that they also were losing money. So that's a little bit alarming. Now I didn't dig in why they are losing money every quarter, but I urge you to do more research if you want why they are doing they are losing money every quarter. So I think that financials don't look very good, especially this income statement is not looking good, to be honest, because they're losing money every quarter. And balance sheet also, the book value is 151 and it's trading at $5, which might be that it's overbought. So for me, financials not looking good. That was all. Again, not a financial advice. You do your due diligence, and I'll see you in the next one.